Hi, today we will cover how to open a tour and travel company in Dubai. Dubai is considered as one of the most attractive tourism destinations. Until now, Dubai has invited more than 10 million people, and in the coming future, the amount of the expected number of people must be double. So most of the people are willing to establish a tour and travel company because it's a flourishing business over here. So today in this video, we will cover what is the process and how much it costs and what are the required documents. So now the next point, what points a person must consider while opening a travel agency in Dubai? Well, first of all, the owner or the investor must decide what kind of legal form he wants to establish. Either he wants register as a LLC, which is a limited liability company, or as a sole proprietorship under which only one person is there. So this suppose he wants to establish a sole proprietorship. In this case, if he choose the mainland, he has to appoint a local service agent as well, and he has to become a certified travel agent. But if we go for a LLC, which is a limited liability company, in this case he has to appoint a local sponsor, and there can be more partners if he is willing to, and the rules and license and registration process is more stringent in comparison to sole proprietorship when establishing a LLC in the mainland area. Furthermore, the people prefer mainland area for while setting up a tour and travel company, because it's a wider area and it's allowed to do business all over the UAE and internationally. And when we talk about the free zone is limited to that jurisdiction only that particular area. That's why most of the people prefer to establish their company in local market and mainland area. So what are the points a person must consider? So number one is the legal form, the structure of the company, whether he wants to establish as a LLC or a sole proprietorship, what would be the legal structure or the form of that company. Second thing, if he is choosing a mainland company, then he must appoint a local sponsor who will be the UAE national, and he will hold a 51% stake in the company, and the remaining balance 49% held by the foreign expat investor. And regarding the next point, the type of license, there are various type of license which is provided for the tour and travel industry. So he has to choose, like there are inbound travel, outbound travel. So we will discuss in coming part about this type of license as well. So he has to choose which what type of license he wants, and at last he must have sufficient fund to operate his business, and because there is some requirement of insurance, bank guarantee also, approximately 100,000. So we will discuss all these points when we are establishing a company. So these are the 4 and 5 points a person must consider when he is establishing a tour and travel company. So now the next point, what activities are allowed under traveling agencies in Dubai? Well, all these activities are allowed under tour and travel agencies, like issuing airplane tickets and providing insurance for the visas, providing supporting for the visa issuance, and giving the options to the client for tourism package, creating the tourism package and selling through the website and other way of social media platforms, and providing the clients to accommodation options which covers like a hotel accommodations, and doing marketing for their business as well. So these type of activities are allowed under the tour and travel agency in Dubai. Furthermore, now we will discuss like how we can establish a travel agency in Dubai and what would be the process, what are the steps has to be taken. So while registering the travel agency in Dubai, the first point, or we can say the first step, is to choose the right type of license. As we informed before, like there are various type of license when we are establishing a travel agency. So because the Dubai government authority has given 3 types of license, and the client has to choose one of them. So the number one is inbound tour operator, second one is outbound tour operator, and the third one is travel agent. So when we talk about the inbound tour operator, generally this kind of agencies include providing the foreigners the services like providing local tours to the cities and arranging for the foreigners to attending some events or conferences. Apart from that, these agencies help to the foreigners or the tourist people to get their visas, tourist visas, not residency, sorry, get visas and transport facilities and residency in hotels or accommodation. These type of services include in the inbound tour operator. So basically we can say like city sighting tour for the city, and when we go to Dubai safari and desert safari, I mean for this dog cruise and visiting Burj Khalifa at the top. So all these kind of in-city tours are covered under inbound tour operator license in Dubai. Now the next one is outbound tour operator. In this kind of license, the firms are organized and they provide the individual or the people providing tourism package abroad the country. Should be done by a tour and travel agent, and we can say the example like for the UAE resident, these outbound tour operator provide a trip for the nearby countries like Georgia, Armenia, these through all these tour operators channels, and furthermore like we can say European tours and these Schengen visas. So all kind of these activities covered under outbound tour operators, which means providing the abroad tours by their registered agents. So this was the outbound tour operator. Now the next one is travel agent. Under travel agent license, the firm are allowed to sell the airline tickets and by the registered agent, by the authorized agent. Further, they are restricted to the seat booking, and they can provide also hotel booking and the car rental services under this travel agent license. But they are doing all this with the at the authorized agent behalf. So this is like all three type of license we discussed. Now the next point, what are the required documents, how we can submit this application for the business license of tour and travel agency in Dubai. So let's start it. Now the next point, what are the required documents if we are willing to establish a travel agency company? Well, first of all, we have to prepare the application, which has to be submitted in DUD, and the passport copy of the owner. Plus, he should have a work experience certificate in the same industry, and we have to take a no criminal record this certificate also, conduct of good certificate we can say, and we must provide a feasible study, technical feasible study, like a project summary of the company, and so these are the basic points which we have to submit when we are establishing a travel agency company. Apart from that, there are some certain conditions which must have to be followed by the investor or the foreign expat who is looking to establish this travel agency. So the number one, if it's a mainland company, he must appoint a local sponsor who will hold a 51% stake in the company, and 49% remaining will be by a foreign expat, foreign citizen, who will be the owner. And apart from that, the owner must have a work experience or a same certificate. If he holds a bachelor degrees, then it must be 3 years, and if he holds a secondary certificate, then in this case 5-year work experience is required in travel and tourism industry. And furthermore, there are some other conditions, like before there was a requirement of bank guarantee which has to be deposit in the name of Dubai Tourism and Commercial Marketing, which starts from 100,000 up to 400,000. But suddenly now at the beginning of the year, this rule has been waived off and this guarantee has been replaced by an insurance policy. So if a person is opening a agency, travel agency, then in this case he has to provide 2 million dirham insurance, and then he can start his travel agency in Dubai. So this is like overall process and the required documents. Furthermore, if you have any more question related to setting up a travel agency in Dubai, please feel free to contact us and we'll be happy to assist you. Below are their contact details, and please let us know about this video if you like it or not. Thank you for watching this video. Have a good day.